Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a minute. Another minute. You know, this is called the MJS Daily Recap, but I'm not doing a good job of daily updating. We'll get back to it, though. We'll get back to it. Or we'll just change the name of the show to the Weekly Update. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I hope everybody had a nice week so far. I hope everybody had a happy and safe new year. I've had a pretty good time. We're going to go over some of the things that I've accomplished. Today was a pretty big day. And this past week, since Wednesday here, has been pretty good. And some quick notes. First, I am obviously wearing headphones here. And I have yet to figure out how to do and master audio quality of streams. I think the video and audio quality is good, but I see streamers always wearing headphones, and I think that they are monitoring the sound, the music, and their, when I do a podcast, for instance, we can hear ourselves through the headphones, right? And I'm trying to do that, and I don't. It's very weird. It's very weird in a stream setting for some reason. And I'm trying to get it to all work well, and I think it comes out okay right now, but I'm always trying to get better. So hopefully it's okay. If it isn't, somebody tell me. But I think it's okay. I just think it's a little wonky the way that I'm trying to do it and hear everything through my ears. But in due time, we will get better at that. Okay, well, here's the deal. We need to go through some stuff. I'm excited. I've had a great week, like I said. Hopefully everybody else has as well. I have a lot of good stuff to share, and I have a lot of good content kind of coming, hopefully in the pipeline basically forever, because I don't know, we haven't really done too much. I'm a little upset at myself actually for last week because I didn't put out a Fueled by Progress episode. So that was going to be our 72nd episode, and I just missed that week. But that's okay. What I should have done is should have just done like a podcast, like an episode, just me kind of explaining how the year went, and I just didn't do that. But not a big deal. We actually just filmed one today. It was great. So we're back on track. And we'll talk about a lot of jazz. So let's dive into it, shall we? Okay, way back on Wednesday. Let's get in a time machine, go back way back to Wednesday. There's a Discord now for Fueled by Progress. And I'm going to put the link in the chat here if anybody wants to join. If anybody likes Discord. We have our 3 members. That is awesome. And you can kind of see this is a dope ass thing. I'm going to make maybe like a video or something on this. Anybody that's into Discord, I've been working on this. We haven't had a lot of content really like pushed in here just yet, but I'm excited for what it can be. It's kind of like a mixture of like Fueled by Progress, obviously, and then some pieces about me, probably the MJS Daily Recap. I don't know, just playing around with some things. That's kind of annoying because I think that should have populated the stream today. That's interesting. Have to look at that. Oh, I bet you I know why that happened. Yeah, I think I know why that happened. I screwed that up. I turned the permissions to not be able to like actually do that. I'll have to fix that. Anyway, though, that should populate. The episode should come in there. Everything like that. Trial and error. That's how things work. But we have Discord. I'll pop this. Oh shit! Look at that. Is that me? Is that this one? Yes, it is. Okay. Well, fuck me then. Yep, that's good. I'm glad it works. A little late, but I'm glad it works. Okay. So real quick though, let us somehow invite people. Copy that, and we will put it right. Meow. I don't know if there's like a problem with doing that or not, but if you want to join this Discord, feel free to click that link. Feel free to get on here. It's a work in progress, so right now it's, there's not, like I said, not much on there, but I really think it'd be cool. I really want to build a community around FBP. I think that it's absolutely worthy of it, and I was always going back and forth, like I don't know if I want to do like a LinkedIn group or a Facebook group or a Discord server. I love Discord. I love the idea of Discord, how you can have so much customization and everything through it. I could absolutely build an online community too, like a website, like a standalone thing, and that would probably be ultimately the best from customization and everything that I want to do. But ultimately, there's a little bit of, I think, like, barrier of entry wise, Facebook is probably the easiest. LinkedIn, I guess, kind of, but People have mixed feelings about LinkedIn. And then Discord, not as many people probably know about Discord, and I don't know how many people would want to jump on something like this for this, but like in this platform. But it's an idea, so I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so we did that. Discord improvements, we're going to use it. We're going to try to use it. We're going to see what happens. If it's good, great. If it doesn't, then we'll do something else. Who gives a fuck? But I thought it was a cool idea. So something like that, though. I always want to try to bring community people together, like especially as we start to grow the audience, specifically around Fueled by Progress, but I mean even the other brands. I just want to impact more people and, hopefully cause some good. So yeah, I actually got some outside time on Wednesday, like played some hockey and stuff. It was kind of warm, so that was nice. And I bought this ATG program. So if you're following me on Instagram, which you should be, I'll post the link in here. I put up some good stuff on there, generally on the story, and then I try to post as much as possible. But I bought this ATG program, and it is ATG. So this is, and I'll just throw links. I'm a big link guy in the chat here, so there you go, so you know what I'm doing. But this is really interesting. If you're into personal fitness at all, or you've been served these like ads, or you've seen it on YouTube or anything, this guy's name is Ben Patrick. Knees Over Toes is like his Knees Over Toes guy, I think is his thing on Instagram. And his whole premise of what he does is training with your knees in like vulnerable positions, in a sense. Like people always used to say, don't train with your knees over your toes. Don't let your knees go past your toes because you'll get injured. Well, his theory is, and it's pretty, I guess, kind of proven. I mean, like he's had a lot of gains. Like if you train in those positions, then your legs are stronger. So, strengthens your hip to your knee to your ankle, just the whole, posterior and down, like all that shit. I'm not a fitness expert by any means, but I've had knee pain in the past, like a little bit, and I've never thought my knees were like super duper strong, but I do a lot of running. I don't do a lot of like jumping per se, but I'm always like, playing ball hockey, running around and stuff. So I thought something like this would be cool. So they had this like $50 offer. So it's normally $50 a month, but it was $25. So I got this first month for $25. And I mean, it's pretty cool. I've done like a couple of the workouts, and it's pretty straightforward. I was trying to make a video on it. Eventually I'll probably like release that, but this is like a highly sought after type of thing right now. Like it's kind of like a trend, I would say, this workout, because a dude I just followed on YouTube, and I'm probably going to link up with here at some point, Josh Santiago, he is doing this program. So like he's talking about it, and he's getting a lot of views from that sort of stuff. And I just think that, not really for the views, but like I want to kind of give my own opinion on these types of things anytime I do it. So working on that, I think it's helped. My knees were like hurting a little bit, but not like in a pain way, more just like in a, oh, you worked your fucking knees way. And I think that they're getting a little stronger here day by day that I'm kind of doing this. And honestly, I haven't even jumped into the program in like the coaching aspect of it. I've really just, they give you the programs, and then you reach out to them, and they kind of like make something for you or something like that, or like just give you some advice on your form and things. I haven't really done too much of that. I just did a couple of days of the actual program, and it seems legit. It seems like it's working everything. So we'll keep it going, and I'll keep you updated. But yeah, if you want to check that out, it seems pretty interesting. So I had a call with Paul Rinaldi. He is a software engineer, and I think he's going to school right now out in Milwaukee, Wisconsin area. Good call, just quick half-hour call, kind of linking up, talking about some things. Met him actually through Entrepreneur, Max Mirho. Had him on FBP, great guy, entrepreneur.blog. Go check that out. But yeah, watch, just it's incredible. I mean, there's not too much to that. I mean, like I said, we're kind of just like chatting, like specifically person to person there. But I love making those connections, and I love what meeting new people and getting into new, I don't want to say cliques, but like new communities, and I met Paul via a stream, via like watching live streams with Max's stream. So like I'm throwing out all these names, but that's kind of the premise, is like you meet one person just because of like the circles that you kind of put yourself in, and it's kind of cool. Networking is fun, is what I'm saying. So yeah, that was a good call. Did some raise accounting, so it's weird. My sister's an accountant, but I did the accounting. That was strange. Ray's restaurant was my grandma's restaurant, and they had to do like close the books at the end of the year and stuff like that. So I kind of helped with a little bit of that stuff. I think I'm actually gonna get them onto like a QuickBooks solution, because I actually built a payroll system in Excel for them 2 years ago, I think. And I'm not trying to continue to manually update that and everything. So I think I want to get them onto QuickBooks, because I think that'll be probably better for everybody. I think I'm also going to raise this desk up slightly. That's good. So we did that. We actually mounted a TV too. That was kind of funny. I did a lot of random shit on Wednesday. So that was fun. Ray's special calendar, again, just like random marketing work. I mean, I've learned so much over the years from Ray's, but also my job that I had at Remax Select Realty, accounting, numbers, administration, marketing, all that sort of stuff. Really, really pretty good. Just excited about everything that I continue to learn, and I don't know. I just like to get better. I don't fucking know what to say. I had my first ATG workout, like I mentioned a little bit. That was the knees over toes thing, and took a shower. There you go. there's Wednesday for you. Thursday, we published and promoted AM and the PM. So actually, we'll pop over there now because I love looking at this website, especially on stream. It seems like I look at this website on stream so often, and we're actually logged in too. So that's great. Here we go. And we will, there we go. Whoops. And let's see here. Perfecto. Okay, so what we will do is we will also, there's the link for the website. If you want to go to the website, I have something for you actually. So this is the website. If you click up here in the menu and you click on shop, I'll give you a direct link because I'm so goddamn nice. There we go. We have merch now. And if you're watching this and you're at all interested in this, I can give you like the full scoop on like how to actually build something like this. I built it with WordPress, WooCommerce, Printful, and that's kind of it. And Stripe technically, but you can do something like this. I mean, I'm a web developer with WordPress, so that's kind of the way that I do things. But you could do this with Shopify. You can do this with anything. It's really not that hard to make shit, and we don't have to keep any inventory. I try to talk about that every time I reference this, just because this is kind of the behind the scenes of everything that I do. I'm not trying to just like, hey, we have some shit, go buy it. That's not really my vibe. I like to try to give you some value, and that's kind of we'll talk about that a little later. But that's kind of like becoming one of my hallmarks. Is like free value, because I think that is a really good way to establish like credibility. And then perhaps if you want to buy something from me because of all the value I've given you, that makes sense. But yeah. So this though, AM and the PM podcast, relationship based stuff, Amanda and I, you should watch it. You should give it a shot. Maybe with you and your significant other, sit down on a nice Thursday evening when we drop podcasts and listen to it. But we got a couple new we had a new episode, which I will link here in a second. But we also had a couple of new things here, which I think is later on, like it was a couple days after where we're at on Thursday here on the recap. But regardless, we have this new matte mug here. So actually I have here, it's like an all black. You can kind of see the logo a little bit, but it's really not that noticeable. So it's all black. And that's this one right here, this magic mug. And then when you put hot water in it, it becomes closer to what you see there on the screen. So like the logo appears and there's white behind it. It's pretty dope. We had somebody buy it already. That's cool. We've made 2 sales from this website so far. So that's impressive. Only had it for about 2 weeks. So that's good. But yeah, so growing the audience, growing the merch here. I think we put up this beanie as well. Just a little beanie with a PomPom on it. That's fun. But yeah. So I've had a lot of learning experience with building this. We're going to carry that over onto Fueled by Progress and the other stuff we're doing. So there is that. Let's click on the YouTube channel. I will throw some more links in here because I just spam links in the chat so you guys know what's going on. We did our New Year's special, which was pretty good. We talked a lot about the things that we accomplished this year. It's been a fucking hell of a year, man. Obviously, it's been a hell of a year for everybody. But we did a lot of stuff. We're looking forward to 2021. Amanda and I are actually we have set on our goals list this year to move out of our respective parents' houses here. So, she lives with her parents, I live with mine, and we are getting a place this year. So that's a big goal. We're going to tackle that, and we're going to build everything else. So, yeah. But what else do we do? We got that PomPom beanie. Did some minimal things. So I threw out like 2 bags of like old hockey shirts. I'm hugely into minimalism. We can talk about that in a little bit. Actually, our AM and the PM podcast that we filmed for this coming week is all about minimalism, so you should check that out when it drops on Thursday at 3. But minimalism has changed my life, truthfully, over the past 2-3 years. Just living with a purpose and living very intentionally as far as the things that I allow into my life. So like, I have my computer, I have my setup here and everything like that. I have all these things, but they're like tools and they all have a purpose, right? So I just try to not have a lot of shit in my area, in my space, that detracts from what I'm trying to do. And it's going well so far. A lot of people don't understand minimalism, but that's okay. I try to teach them, but I enjoy it, and it's made me feel much better, like mentally and honestly physically too, like just not worrying about all the garbage. And I think it's going to be great. So, and I kind of got Amanda on the minimalist kick here too. So we'll touch on that here in a bit. But Thursday was New Year's Eve. We just had like small get together here, just to watch the old ball drop in NYC. And that was that. Rained in the new year. Goodbye 2020. I exercised with Amanda on Friday, and I think I actually fucked up my back somehow, because I exercised on Friday morning, and then Saturday night and throughout the day today, my upper back was just I felt like somebody was stepping on my upper back, and it was really, really pretty annoying. And then I think though I was kind of doing where you're standing up straight and then you try to touch the ground, but bending at the waist. And I don't think I can get all the way down there. So I was pushing myself to get there and coming up and going down. I think I fucked my back up a little bit, but it's getting better. I mean, it was just one of those things where you kind of strain a little bit of the muscle, and then I don't know, I'm not a fucking doctor, but it's just a little sore. And then it kind of as you continue to move around and it heals a little bit, you're better. So that is kind of where we're at with that. But then we worked on Amanda's website. I'm not going to say what it is just yet. If you've seen some of the content, you might know. But we're waiting for her to have her I don't know, kind of grand reveal, which I kind of think is actually stupid too, because that's totally my thought on it. But I was thinking about grand reveals, and I've thought about this many times before, and all the projects that I and other people have done. It's I don't know if grand reveals are the greatest thing, because a lot of work goes into leading up to grand reveals, and I think that is a lot of valuable content, because people that just care about the thing will care about the grand reveal and beyond, but people that care about actually how you did it are going to care a lot more about the stuff before. So I mean, I can touch on it here. It's and I think I've touched on it on the stream before, so it doesn't really matter, but it's called amandasinspiration.com. Fuck it, let's go to it. Who cares? Let's do this here. amandasinspiration.com. So this is where we're at right now with this. There's a lot more to be done, obviously, because I have kind of part of the style all kind of fucked up and everything. But the point here is that Amanda has been following a lot of different I don't know, you can call them influencers now, especially in fitness and things. And I encouraged her to get make her own website, because fuck, I build websites. So Find a Tech builds websites. Hit us up. But yeah, so I have a lot of skills in this area, and I just like building websites, especially for good reasons and people that I can work closely with. Obviously, Amanda is one of those people. So and another thing too is we have AM and the PM, and we have Fueled by Progress, which we kind of work together with, but I have all this MJS stuff, right? And Amanda didn't really have anything. So now she's really getting into fitness and all this other stuff, like I said. So I really thought that it'd be a good idea. And then she also went deeper into it, and she just, I don't know, she's just started to run with it. So I'm super happy about it, and I love what she's doing so far. So we're putting together this website that obviously isn't done yet, but kind of the premise is going to be a lot about her and just positivity, inspiration, things like that. The things that inspire her and ways that she can inspire others. So it's going to have my style thing. This is fucking awesome. I think she's already made a sale through this, actually, just through a friend. So my style. So for instance, fitness, these are the blog categories actually, which are from the other page. Obviously this is seriously under construction. But the idea here is that she'll have like fitness things, she'll have fashion things, and she'll have like a couple other, whatevers. And then this is just like the page on my website called My Gear, where it's like I have a bunch of shit that I use, like basically everything that I own and why I have it and why I like it. And then it has a link to Amazon. And when you click on that, that's an affiliate link. And if you buy through there, I get a small commission with no extra cost to you. Thank you. Same thing here for Amanda. So, so small commission-based sales there. If anybody is excited and you can drive traffic, that's how that goes. If we pop over to the blog, here, same thing, kind of like categories. So fitness, food, fashion, and then this is just like a test post. So she'll have things under here that you can, write about, and just like little blog entries. But yeah, I mean, relatively simple, straightforward, at least at the beginning here. And then, contact and all that jazz. And we actually, so this is actually, again, more behind the scenes stuff here, because this is where I tend to put that shit, is we got her a G Suite. We got G Suite for this. So she has Amanda at amandasinspiration.com for her email. And then through that, we got a YouTube channel, which is really fucking annoying. Again, buried content here, but buried tip in the stream. But if you use G Suite, which is just Google's like domain email service, then you can't get a YouTube channel for like 30 days. It's very strange. Like you can't just go buy that thing and then open up a YouTube channel. You can start emailing right away, but you can't get a YouTube channel. So that's kind of annoying that we have to wait like 30 days for her to start a YouTube channel, because she was excited for that, but oh well. And then she has an Instagram. We'll probably end up using her regular Instagram. We made her a Facebook page. I thought that was important. And I don't know if we'll use Twitter or not or whatever, but yeah. So working on that, working on building this brand for her. And I'm excited. It could make some money. It could just be a fun thing for her to do. Again, working on the styling and all that, but got this cool Instagram thing pops up. That's dope. I love websites. I love hockey. I love websites. But yeah, so there's that. Worked on that. Then I went to CHIMERA. And CHIMERA is, I've talked about it before. I will drop some more links because I want to support my boys. This is a warehouse studio space for creators in Forest Hills in Pittsburgh. And I was there, I've been there probably like 5 times total now. Kind of when it was, kind of being, constructed. They kind of tore everything down. They remodeled the whole inside. It's looking beautiful. I was there. I've painted a little bit. I've scraped like little gunk off doors. I've cleaned floors. I've tried to build a desk. I mean, I've done like small little shit here and there. And then I went there, and they're basically kind of done with a lot of that stuff now, a lot of the actual construction. So I went there, and I just had I was just chilling and kind of like talking some business stuff with a couple of guys here. So if you follow Chimera Effect, there's Sean, Frank, and Vin Diesel. I was hanging out with them. All great dudes, artists, talented. Illegal Apparel is operating out of there. I mean, if you're in Pittsburgh, obviously you might know some of that. If you don't, go check it out. Seriously, hit that Chimera Effect link and go check out the Instagram. Follow some of the guys in there that I mentioned. But I mean, everybody's just doing cool shit. And again, this is what I'm talking about. Is I like to do my best to put other people's shit out there because I really appreciate a lot of what other people are doing. And I just fucking love getting to know like the ins and outs of the way people have gotten to like where they are. Like I love hearing their stories, and I love hearing how they like just handle their day to day, honestly. And a lot of assets, and those boys are doing some great shit out there. Yeah, so I'm just happy to be a part of it, right? And if I have any sort of a platform, I like to share that shit. That's about it. After I was done there, total spring of the moment thing. That was New Year's Day, January 1. And on that day, the Minimalists Less Is Now documentary came out. Now, we have to put this link in this damn chat here, because this is oh, too much there we go. This is one of the best things. Who's watching? I guess I am. There we go. I'll get you a link here. Where the fuck is the share? I guess I could just share it here. Perfect. Here we go. You have to go watch that. You should watch it right now. Well, no, as soon as the stream's over, you should go watch it. But it's Minimalists, Less Is Now. And it's the second documentary. You should probably watch the first one first. I think the first one's on Netflix, just called like Minimalism. But it's actually directed by Matt Diavella, who is a great YouTuber that I tend to watch on occasion. I don't watch every one of his videos, but good dude. He makes great films. And this Minimalist documentary is, I would say, life-changing, but it just shows you like what the fuck I'm talking about when I say minimalism. And, just kind of, again, intentionally living with that purpose and just not having a lot of shit that you don't use. And it's more than that. Again, it's just not letting like things that you don't want into your life. I think it's really powerful. I think it's had a profound impact on me. And I like to share those types of things. So go ahead, watch it and tell me what you think. Go away, read some books. I've actually never seen Nacho Libre, but apparently that is a line from it. Max Tuning always says, so that's kind of funny. They're a fun fact for you. Okay, Saturday, shower and shaved. Great, that was on the list. Added the AM and the PM merch, which we talked about earlier. Fuck, I'm excited to tell you about this. I am really excited to tell you about this. Oops. Here we go. I am so excited to tell you about what I'm about to tell you about. So, my website, which maybe some of you have been to, maybe some of you have not. That is my website. It's my personal website. I'm telling you that this thing right here, this website, and it's kind of the point of the reason, the title of this thing being like, give it all away for free. I've had a lot of good conversations with people over the past like weeks, and I think the way that I need to do what I'm doing is just continue to put out as much value as I can for basically not asking for anything in return, as I try to build up these other revenue streams and just kind of like do different things like that and focus on the products to make money. So, because I think that that's just going to be like the big marketing piece of it, because I got a fuck ton of knowledge and I got to figure out how to monetize something. But I don't think that straight up saying, hey, I'll give you knowledge is the right way, because it doesn't build your, you got to build your credibility. Like, somebody can just go somewhere else and just fucking get shit. Let me give you a perfect example. Big day on January 1. I don't even think I wrote it on there. I funded the Roth. $6,000. Okay. So I'm not going to go super deep into Roth IRA, but point, all you need to know is that Roth IRA, the limit on that is $6,000. Okay. And the limit is $6,000, and you can do that per year. So as soon as the year starts, I just put all the money that I can in there because I like to invest in retirement. Okay. So I put that in there, and then I posted about it on Instagram on my story, and I actually posted my return from last year. So I think my return from last year was like 40% year to date, like through, I don't know, like the end of November or whatever. So I just scrolled down there, I looked at that, and I posted that as a thing, and that was incredible. And I don't really understand that, but obviously I'm I'm aggressive in the funds that I'm at and all that stuff. But the point is that you should be retirement investing. I'm going to have a lot more content on this. Like, I'm already thinking in my head as I'm talking about this that I should have another one of those. I did it one time as like a financial seminar thing, and I want to do it again because I want to give more information out on it, because I want to build my credibility in that area. And yeah, so I had some people reach out to me about it and some stuff, and I gave them more information, so that was great. And then this idea struck me. So I wanted, the next day on the 2nd, I wanted to put out a post. Okay, I wanted to put out an Instagram post instead of a story that said more about that and just gave some people some more information. Anybody that didn't see that, okay, cool. So I had this fucking idea, and this idea was that I was going to put those similar things on there. That's kind of annoying to watch that, isn't it? Okay, so I had this idea to put a post on there that had the same types of things, but also one more really important thing. When you're thinking about retirement investing, the piece that really like nails it into your head, I think, is when you see how your money grows, like a compound interest calculator. So, what what I have always done is I go on here and I say like Roth IRA calculator. Okay. And you can see there's like, one at Bankrate, NerdWallet, what's his name? Dave Ramsey has one. I was like, okay, this is great. So all these places have this. Now, should I link to one of these? Or should I just make my own? And I was like, fuck it, I'm going to make my own. So I have now on my website, which is at this link currently, but it might change. I'll put it in here just if you want to see it right now. But this link right now, I have like a Roth IRA calculator thing. Again, the page might change and shit like that. But I put a lot of fucking time and effort into getting this. This is like a plugin that you can do, and I styled it the way that I wanted and everything. And then this is just fucking awesome. Like now I have a resource on my website that I can send people to, and they can like be like, oh, cool. Okay, so actually, let's do me. Okay, so here's how this works. If you're here on the stream, you can check it out. So you put in your current age. I kind of like give some information up here. I want to be like really, really, really informative. So like this is how I see this working with a lot of places. They'll say like, okay, annual interest rate. And then somebody that's very new to investing is going to be like, well, what the fuck? Like, what does that mean? And then I give you some more information. Like I say, the annual interest rate, the annual rate at which you think your money will grow. Oh, you're not sure about that? Your return will vary depending on what you invest your money in. Over the past 50 years, the average stock market return has been roughly 8 to 12%. And then I even included this little fucking superscript thing to go out to Wikipedia so they can see the actual returns on the S&P 500. That was awesome. That looks legit. And then I said somewhere in that range is a good place to start. So I have the default set here to 25, 60, 25 for your current age, 60 for your retirement age. Current retirement savings is 0 because if you're doing this, then maybe you're at 0. And then monthly amount invested is 500 for the default because that equates to 6,000 total per year that you can do for a Roth. You could change any of these though. And then the annual interest rate is, I would say, a modest 8%. So for me, I was kind of a little biased and I just put these like 25 and 60 and 508. That's what I would put in. So if we put in retirement savings, what I have currently now as of the other day, the 6,000 the other day, in my Roth IRA, I have $52,000. So that, and then you hit calculate, and these are my numbers. So this is what I'm looking at in my retirement account as of the age I'm 60, so somewhere in the year 2057. So look, the point of this number is, the point of actually doing this is, one, absolutely not to fucking flex on anybody. I'm maybe ahead of somebody and I'm definitely behind people. The point of this is so I can try to establish some sort of like trust and credibility, saying that like this is and authenticity and transparency, because like I'm not trying to fucking like forge anything. Like this is where I'm at, and I'm going to show you, and I want to give all the information away that got me to where I'm at, right? So I'm going to tell you honestly, I saw a calculator like this probably 3 years ago, and like, I mean, it's changed my life because I thought, well, this is something that I absolutely need to do. This is like, when you look at it, and I think I have the charts here, look at this graph. Like this isn't the best chart, honestly. I have this plugin. It's kind of like a little wonky the way this does this. What does that actually say there? So like 2021, 57 in your running investment, and then your annual investment. Yeah, the first year is a little weird, whatever. But the point is though, that this is kind of how your money would grow, right? So again, I don't know. This thing might be a little fucked up, but it doesn't matter. Like this is the whole kind of point that you're kind of seeing. And maybe I'll take the charts thing out of there, but the point that you need to take away from this is the fact that your money goes up like a fucking, just like exponentially as you continue to invest, because that's how compound interest works, right? You get to a point where it's like your money is working so hard for you that that's just kind of how it continues to grow. So, yeah. Is this the one? Oh, this might be the one. What is this? Annual investment. Okay, this is the one, I think. Yeah. Perfect. This is the one. I wish they would have put this one first, but this is what I mean. So like at the beginning in 2021, you have $57,000 as your base. And you have running interest of 3,700, blah, blah, blah. That's your thing. And then you just continue to go up from there. And you can kind of see it again. Like, I don't know if these charts are the greatest, but like I said, I just kind of like use this WordPress plugin. But the point is, you have to understand compound interest. You have to understand how, as you get more and more money, as you put more and more money in and your money earns you money, then that money starts earning you money and it keeps going up and up and up. It's a hard concept to understand at first because you're like, what the fuck is going on? But when it's just like in reverse when you get screwed over like on a credit card or a loan. It's like they're going to keep charging you more money on the money that you already owe them plus the interest. So compound interest can really fuck you in that case, but it can also really help you in this case because you're like, and to break down these numbers, like I want to do that down here, right? So like available at retirement, like that's going to be the money in the account. Like it'll be somewhere close to that, right? This will be how many times I contributed, how many times I deposited. So like per monthly in that case. And then this is the thing right here. This is the amount of money that I put in. This is the amount of interest. This number is how much money this amount of money made me. That's the thing. And that number just keeps going up. Like, so, and the other thing is this 8% is kind of modest. So let's play with the numbers here just for a second. I think actually it's closer to 11 right now, all time. So if we do 11 and we do this, 5 million, you know, and it's like this amount of money made me $5 million, right? So again, I'm not trying to flex. I'm trying to tell you to go fucking open a Roth IRA and put money in it because this is what happens when you just consistently put money away and you're invested in good funds. There's no magic here. Like you don't just like put the money in. It's like, ooh, it's great. I'm invested in heavily aggressive funds right now. That's how I got that 40% return last year when the market only got, see, that's fucked because people always say that you can't beat the market, but I feel like I beat the market. Because the market was 18 last year. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. Maybe I beat the market really badly. I don't know. We'll see. But more on that to come because I'm not going to stop making finance content. But yeah. So this is the point. I want to show you how to use this. I want to show you the power of this tool. Hopefully it opens some people's eyes. I want to explain it to you and all that. And then I want to tell you what I think you should do next based on the things that I've done. And I need to make a disclaimer in this video and also on this page that I'm not a certified financial advisor. You should probably talk to one if you want, or just watch a lot of fucking videos like I have. But I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to tell you exactly what I do. And if you choose to do it, then you're liable for everything that I'm not liable for anything that happens. Because I said I'm not a financial advisor, but at the same time, I really think that I'm having success with it. So I think you will as well. So that's kind of the deal there, but more on that to come. But I'm so fucking excited that I took the time to build this thing. And we'll continue to adapt it and modify it as we go. One other random thing that I want to talk about real quick is this. I think we can just go to like my channel. And obviously we're live there. So I've had TubeBuddy before. If you're a YouTuber, just randomly, I've had TubeBuddy before, and that kind of gives you some good information. But I downloaded VidQ, and it's kind of cool how it like puts a couple things up here where it says like your views in the last 12 months, your hours watched in the last 12 months, your subscribers. You can kind of play around with that. It gives you a lot of other good analytics. It gives you this counter thing, like one likes, dislikes, all that type of shit. Kind of cool the way that it does all that. So it's a little bit better than TubeBuddy in those regards. But this is really important because I need to get to 1,000 here and I need to get to 4,000 here, and then we can get monetized. So yeah, that's cool. What else we got? We did all that. Calcs did that. Sara had my sister had like a little thing. I gave my buddy Jordan Smith, he's been on the podcast, you should check that out. I gave him Amazon gift card for Christmas because he told me he was getting me something. He got me this book. He got me this book with Aaron Marino. That's cool. It's doing like a... That's cool. It's doing the background thing because it's got what's it called? NVIDIA broadcast like on their faces. I think it's doing that a little bit. Slightly. It's kind of blurred out anyway. But this book is How to Create and Grow a Business with YouTube Marketing and Beyond. And I'm on page like 14. I don't really read that much, but I appreciate that. And yeah, so we're going to probably crank through that at some point. It's got a lot of information that's kind of basic at first because it like assumes nothing. It assumes you know nothing about why am I out of focus? Ooh, focus on my face. Hi. Perfect. Okay. So it assumes you know nothing about YouTube. And I know a decent bit about YouTube. So, but as far as like the marketing and the growth and everything like that, I think it's going to provide me some good stuff. So excited about that. Thank you so much, Jordan. I appreciate that, brother. Okay. So what did we do today? We filmed an episode of FBP actually with a YouTuber that has 250K subscribers. So I'm excited about that. I've known him for a long time and I'm excited to release that on Wednesday. And then filmed AM and the PM, got Amanda's Facebook page going for Amanda's Inspiration. And then it's a very special day today because we can actually go check it out on my website as well. Do we still have it up? No, we'll do it here. And then, so if we go to my website, I don't know, did I put this in there? Yeah. If we go to my website and we go to About Us, we go to My Story, I updated something on this page because I realized it today and I'm very excited about it. So as of today, we have eclipsed the $100,000 net worth mark. That is very exciting for me. That is all like, that's not counting like assets like this computer and shit like that. My fucking mom always asks me, she's like, are you counting like your computer and stuff? No, I count, the only asset that I count is my car, and it's a freaking 2010 Honda Civic worth $5,000. So it's not like it's like a Tesla that's taking up half the net worth here. Like, so 100 grand in net worth. I'm super excited about that. Again, not a flex, just trying to build the credibility that says I worked for that. I worked and I saved and I invested. I've been working every weekend since I was 12 at the restaurant, at my grandmother's restaurant. You can make a claim that it's like a family business, but at the same time, like I was fucking working, like I wasn't messing around. So I'm proud of it. And I really, the only reason that I have to say, the only reason I feel like I have to say that figure and those types of things is just to, again, build the credibility, but like just so hopefully somebody that listens to this and listens to the finance content videos, they're like, this guy can do it. Why the fuck can't I? And that's exactly how I feel. If I can do it, literally anybody can fucking do it. So that is why I say that. I'm not trying to just brag about the amount of fucking, net worth that I have or whatever. And honestly, obviously, like you saw 10 seconds ago, or 5 minutes ago, half of that is in retirement. So that is something that like I'm not actively like, going out and spending, but I'm passionate about finance. I've learned a lot. I've consumed a lot of information. I have modified certain bits of it to work for my lifestyle. And I just want to continue to share that with people. So that is one of the biggest things that I want to continue to do because I have a lot of thoughts on it. And yeah, so big day. Would love to put out a post about that. I'm going to try to put something out like that tomorrow just to say that we got to that point because that's a big fucking milestone for me. The next big one is going to be $1 million. So hopefully we can get there. I have a goal this year to get to $200,000 in net worth, and we'll have to really ramp up the revenue for that to happen. So let's fucking get it. And I want you all to get it too. So let's go. But yeah, so that's a very special day. I had some ideas like from the other day, and I'll probably I think we'll switch maybe to, we haven't been wide in a while. Hi. So yeah, we'll do that. Also, I wish these follower goals would update on the bottom right here, but oh well. I want to talk briefly here about a couple things. So sometimes I go through my day and then I like write things down just to talk about, and maybe I should clip them and make actual like other content about it. But one of the things was like, everybody has a why, like their why. And I actually stole that from Simon Sinek, because he talks about like find your why. But I don't think of it in the same way that he necessarily does. It's been a while since I've seen his piece on it, but I just noticed it the other day, because certain people have a why, and you're never going to be able to like change their why. Meaning, so here's for instance, like the three that come to mind when I think of your why is money. Money could be one. Happiness could be one. And then another one could be like security. Like not even necessarily money, just like the thought of being safe, the thought of not having to worry about things. But the thing is that like, I don't like the idea of only having like one why or something, or not even necessarily having one why, but like having something like that kind of rule your mentality. Because I have people in my life that, like, for instance, security is their main goal, right? So they just want to be secure. They don't want to they don't want to have to worry about like, you know, losing their house, or, you know, like, or having to pay, you know, having bills to pay and stuff like that, which 100% totally fucking understand that. But here's the problem for me. I think that you can do that, but also be happy. And I know people that are so, like, they're so wrapped up in this idea of security and safety and like making sure that everything's like going to be okay, that they actually get so sick to their stomach and worry about like almost everything, and just everything is like a fucking disaster sometimes. And it's just like, it's like so much stress because like you're so worried about it. So there's no way that you could be happy. And then it's actually even worse, because the money that you bring in, you feel like it has to be like a safety net, or like you have to save shit, and you're like save, and which I love to save, absolutely. But when you think about it all like that, then it's only worry. It's only like a worry mentality. It's not like it's very like almost like defensive. There's no progress. There's no a lot of like the mindset isn't move forward, find things that you want to do, be happy. It's let's just play as safe as possible, stay as conservative as possible, and not live life at all to its fullest. And again, neither one is really like 100% right? I don't think you should spend all your money and do whatever the fuck you want all the time. And I don't think that you should be like extremely like uber, just safe, secure, conservative, not like give a fuck about anything, or only like, you know, be a worry wart and just stay there. But what I'm saying is everybody kind of has their why, it seems like, right? And I know people that it's all security, and I know people that it's all happiness. And there's a lot of people that have like, on the reverse, I'm going to pick on both people. There's a lot of people that like think about just happiness, and they don't give a fuck about money. They don't give a fuck about like, you know, providing for themselves. They just think that other people will do that for them. And I don't think that's right either, because I don't think that ends up making you happy. I don't think generally that ends up doing it. So it's just funny to me to analyze like kind of how people act and like their mentalities. And I try to help as much as I can, but sometimes it's very difficult to actually get through to people that are just so like in their thing, because no matter what you say, it's very difficult to actually change them in any manner or get them to, I don't know, just think differently sometimes, especially if they're set in their ways. So I don't know. That's just my experience. If anybody has something different, let me know. But yeah. So to kind of define my why, that's the thing, is like, I don't really have one. I mean, my number one is fulfillment. I quit my job because I wasn't fulfilled. I was fucking miserable. Best decision that I've made to this point in my life. One of the best. And I didn't do it to just do nothing. I did it to build my own shit, and that's where we're at here, and I've had a great time, and you know, and we're going to continue to do that, right? But I also like to be secure. I'm going to have a family one day. I want to make sure that they're safe. I want to make sure that they're taken care of. And I love money, but at the same time, I don't let those decisions rule my life, because I think that a life without happiness is basically shit, and not really. I don't know if it's really worth living in a lot of senses. Not condoning, you know, like not living, But but I don't know why people just aren't chasing it more sometimes. So that's what I'd say there. I had some other thing. Problem with bouncing. Okay, different point there, but yeah. So yeah. That's the why conversation. That's the thing that I kind of think about a lot is I'm just so fucking happy. I tweeted it the other day. I'm just so fucking happy with the situation that I'm in right now. And I want to continue to just trend in the positive direction on that. And I know that you can be happy and make money. I don't know why sometimes it's like people think that was like the biggest thing that I've gotten. It's like, oh, you're quitting your job because you're unhappy. How are you going to make money? What the fuck? I didn't know those things were mutually exclusive. It's like, it's so weird to people. And, I'm sorry if you don't understand it, but I'm going to continue to try to get people to understand that, but it's just a funny one. So yeah. But let's move on. Let's move on to another topic here. Cause I thought this was interesting. I bounce around a lot with ideas, right? We got 4-ish brands that we're working on now. So like we have MJS stuff, we have Fueled by Progress, AM and the PM, Find It Tech, all great things. Very excited about them. Don't know the future of all of them, but for the foreseeable future, working on all of them at the same time. But we can't do it all at the same time, so we're bouncing around, right? And, like 2 weeks ago, you can see on this blurred out whiteboard here, there are notes that I did not finish because they are about the Fueled by Progress website, okay? And I was working on that, and then I kind of just stopped because I got into something else. I don't know what it was. It might have been the AM and the PM merch or something. I can't remember. But that's how it kind of works. It's like I work on a lot of different things, and I like work on a project, and I get like 50% of the way, and then I go to something else, and maybe I'll finish that one, then I'll come back and I'll do this. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with that because we're moving forward. But the point is that is tough, right? That's a tough thing to be in because I don't have a team yet. I'm trying to hopefully build one here this year and beyond. But that's an interesting thing. Now, I don't think that's right. However, I've seen other people do things, and I want to comment on it. So the problem with bouncing around the way that I do it is that I'm bouncing around between different brands that are kind of established in a sense. Not like a lot of people knows them, but they're set, right? I'm not bouncing around and pulling new ideas out of my ass. I have 4 ideas and I'm working here and then here, then here, then here, and then circling back here. So I'm building, again, I always use this analogy and I want to fucking make a piece of content on this. I built this little city, this 4-building city, right? And I built the ground floors in 2020, and now we're going to build to the sky. So I can't, right now, as one person, you got to build on one building one day, and then you got to build on another building another day, and then third, then the fourth, and then do that. You can't build 4 buildings at one time, right? So it's a little weird. It's probably not the best. If I could probably just build one really big tower instead of 4 medium-sized ones. Sue me, okay? I don't know what to tell you. Maybe that'll change at some point. But point is that here's the real trouble. I see many people doing this, and I don't really agree with it. If it works for you, great. If it doesn't, I kind of understand why I wouldn't. When you have an idea and you work on it to here, okay, and you work on it, it's like some sort of brand, and then you're like, okay, well, I'm tired of the name of this brand, or I'm tired of this, that, or the other thing, and you scrap it. Well, then you're kind of fucked because you learned a lot, and that's great, and that's fantastic, but at the same time, now you have to build a new brand, and I've seen people do this. I've just seen people work on projects or brands, and then they're gone, and then they work on another one, and then that's gone, and then they work on another. You gotta really try to limit that. Because if you really hate it, then change it. I'm not telling you not to do that. But if you got to really try to work on that, work to not do that, because you're not unless You're just building things up and then you're destroying them. It's like you build a tower and then you destroy it. It's like the tower's not there anymore. You're fucked. But the one thing that you can do to combat that is if you had like a personal brand, right? And people associated these dead brands with you. So like, oh, well, so-and-so at least did this and then destroyed it because he moved to something else. But like, that's just what I mean. It's kind of a terrible explanation of that, but you gotta try to stay committed at least to a certain degree. So like that seems justified, and that brand and that project seems there, because again, like if you work for 2 years on something and then you scrap it, you gotta at least somehow. I think you're doing yourself a disservice if you're not somehow tying that dead brand and that lost project to your name somehow, whether through your personal brand or whatever. I just see a lot of people that are not doing that. And it's sad, because I kind of feel like more people could know about the things that they did do. Like that might have been a great brand, and then you just decide, I don't want to do this anymore, and then you move on to something else. But like, you got to tell people that you did something before that. You got to show people that you did these other things, because that's how you build recognition, credibility, and branding. I mean, I don't know, but whatever. Random thought. But yeah. So what else we got here? I got a lot of videos to make, man. I got too many videos to make. I was making a knees over toes video. I want to trademark Fueled by Progress. I'm doing the video for that. I had a septoplasty video that I wanted to do. I wanted to do it like last year when it happened, but on December 30th, 2018. No, 2019. 2019, I had septoplasty done, and I wanted to make a video then, didn't make it, and I wanted to make it like a 1-year anniversary of it, and didn't happen. So I'll probably just release that at some point then. And I still didn't do my 2020 like recap and 2021 goals. I'm still kind of working on that. So just a lot of content there that we definitely want to kind of get rolling. And yeah, I don't know, a lot of shit. What have we been on here for like an hour? Yikes. Yeah, I don't know. We have a lot of things going on. I'm always trying to get better. I'm always trying to learn, trying to share what I know. And yeah, so let's look out for some more content. If anybody ever has any questions or anything, make sure you hit me up, Instagram, wherever. And yeah, but I'm kind of tired. So I think that's it for tonight. Hopefully the quality was good. And yeah, hopefully you learned something. If not, I'm sorry. but yeah. So thank you guys, as always, for checking it out. If you watched it live or on the rerun, I really appreciate it. And yeah, let's keep going.